Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 295 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I apologize if you hear any background noise. There's a guy working downstairs putting in some pergola floor. And we are currently still in the politics section of the book. What should prisoners contribute to society while locked up besides license plates? I don't think any prisoners should be required to do anything. I think they should be given the opportunity to do labor that would help support the prison itself. But I don't think they should be exploited as cheap labor. No corporation should be involved. It should be a completely contained prison system economy. The prisoners work at what is involved to keep this prison going, to reduce the costs of running the prisons, and all prisons should be run by the state. They should not be private prisons at all. So yes, they can make license plates because that benefits the state, helps support the prison, but that's a public service, and they should only be involved in those things. And they should be paid fairly. I firmly believe they should be making minimum wage if they want to work. Now, they may not have access to all of that while they're incarcerated. You could say that, okay, they only are allowed to get X percent of their minimum wage pay. The rest is put into an account, a savings account, and left there. And it accrues interest just like in a savings account, admittedly, about 1%. But it does. And when they get out, that money's theirs. Yeah, they're humans. They should be treated as such. What should be changed about the American electoral system? We should get rid of the Electoral College, first off. Gone. We should take money out of politics. All elected offices should be funded publicly. There should be a massive pool of money, both from our tax dollars and from donations. All the money goes to the same pool. So if you want to contribute $10 or you want to contribute $10 billion, and you can, but it's going to benefit members of every political stripe. And then there would be some kind of an algorithm and some kind of review boards that would discern which level offices and how much each level gets. And politicians would only be able to cover their and their legal family members' travel and housing costs. That's it. So if you're a billionaire, it means you're flying first class, maybe a private jet, and staying in a really nice hotel while you're on the campaign trail. Awesome. As is your family. Awesome. But your staffers and your campaign costs coming out of the public pocket. I also think we should limit campaign periods to 4 months prior to election. So no one campaign, not a single ad, nothing, nothing, and no soft ads, no ads by organizations helping support. That would have to come out of the public trust. Now, if you want to do an issue ad, okay, but you can't do it for a politician. An issue campaigns could exist for any time they want to. That'd be fine. If you want to support a particular issue, you can do that 24/7. But the actual campaign, limited to 4 months before the election. None of this starting to run for office as soon as you get elected. Do your goddamn job. And stop trying to get elected. Just do your damn job. Yes, I have strong feelings about this. How would you fix the system? I've talked about that a hell of a lot, but it would be entirely socialist from the top down. Is there a case in which stealing is legitimate for you stealing for survival? I fully believe that stealing a surplus for survival is acceptable. If you're stealing from another citizen, that's not acceptable. But if you're stealing a surplus from a business of some variety for a survival purpose, I think we should have a great deal of leniency for that. If somebody needs to steal food to eat, well, I'm not letting them starve. So we need to work on that. So yes, there are times. Atrocity photos, do they manipulate the public? Hell yes, they do. Yes, they do in fact manipulate the public. And most often, not for good. Are all politicians a little crooked? Yes, but some are far more crooked than others. Like, for example, the entire Republican Party is a terrorist organization. What do you think should be done about election campaign financing limits? I just talked about that. Do you support the imprisonment without parole for major drug dealers? No, I do not. I would decriminalize all drugs. All drugs. And I would make it a medical, not a criminal issue. You want to have some civil fines and things, particularly if they're breaking other laws in the process of dealing in drugs. You want to have some drug purity laws to make sure everybody's getting the right taxes paid. There's lots of ways we could put limits on drugs. I think we should, but it should not be a criminal situation. We should be working on creating a society where drug use is just part of life and where addiction is rare and we accept that it happens and we eliminate the criminal acts that are involved in it. Go after the violence. The drugs themselves are a problem, but they're a symptom. They're not the system. What is interesting to you in the news? Barring sports, almost everything. If sex with minors was legal, would you do it? Holy fuck! Very appropriate term right now. What a horrible question. No. No. No one should. Children should be left to be children. That's why we have age of consent. Stay away from the children. Because I got to tell you, when I hear about situations where adults are preying on kids, I really want to introduce them to some of my toys. And it's not going to be a fun introduction. Holy crap, what a question. Wow, so this particular episode ended up on a really bad note. I'm sorry about that, folks. No, no. Okay. Thank you for being here for episode 295 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I hope that you'll be here for episode 296.